Working on the subframe as always. I've got the GK Tech reinforcement kit tack welded in as of right now. You see that's the back of the diff there with the extra support pieces. That one's all tacked in and good. Yeah, this just provides a lot of rigidity for these really flimsy mounts, because I mean they're really not that sturdy. If you start racing and autocrossing the car, stuff that's originally okay for the manufacturer standards, it's not good enough for hill climb or time trials or autocrossing or whatever. So that's gonna be a lot better. More betterer equals more faster even more happy. Then more happy just leads to more money spent because you want to go more faster. Welding time. So it's been a while, but I got everything welded up on the subframe. Looking, good enough. It'll hold. But I let it sit for too long, so now I gotta go through and hit it with some sandpaper or a Scotch-Brite pad or something. It's gonna get some sanding treatment, then some primer, then some bright red paint to match the car. In here, I just about got everything apart. Got the lower control arms. I gotta sandblast these pieces and then change the bushings out for nylon stuff. I got brand new ball joints, so I gotta take those out. Got my rear knuckles here. I've got all new bushings for the rear knuckles. Are all nylon bushings, and they're gonna get blasted in the media blaster. And most of these pieces, just gonna paint this black, but I did buy some clear coat, so it might help them last a little bit longer, because once they're underneath the car, they get really dirty really quickly. So yeah, so I really wouldn't recommend doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. It creates a lot of rubber smoke, and something that'll give me mesothelioma in the next couple days, because it's nice and steamy in here right now, unventilated like a shop should be. I'm gonna step outside for a minute and just take a breather. Here's my nice freshly painted driver's side rear suspension knuckle. I still got to go through and I have to cut the rings out. I don't know how well you can see that. Here we go. Those metal sleeves, I gotta cut those out because we left them in there because I didn't know we had to cut them out, because the instructions that came with the kit, I mean, they're okay, but they're a little confusing to some extent. So yeah, we gotta go through. I'm gonna use a little hacksaw there, a little hand saw, and just cut these just enough so that they crack down the center. And then I'll use some combination of screwdriver and hammer, just knock them out. So yeah, fun stuff. So as you can see, I whacked it with the hammer a few times already, and the edge of it is starting to curl up already. So yeah. See, I just drove that one all the way through. It's completely collapsed on itself now. Just got to get my tool back. So what I've been doing, I've got an old socket that I don't really care about, and it's like the exact diameter of the hole without the sleeves in it. So I've been using this socket to drive the sleeves out, just like that actually. So just like that. There's a sleeve. See, just cracked it down the middle, took the tension off it. That's in the garbage now. 2 more to go. So while I had the rear subframe out of the car, I did go ahead and do some fuel tank maintenance. Went ahead and dropped the tank to inspect it for cracks and leaking, or for cracks and any leaks. Got it out of the car, got it cleaned up, took a sponge to it, really scrubbed it good, and it turned out really nice. There was no visible damage to it or anything, so that's always good. Then we went ahead and stuffed it back up in the car with the brand new fuel pump and a fuel pump sock. Just got the paint on the subframe. Looks pretty good so far. I went with some super duper extra bright red, using an old paint gun I got from grandfather, but hey, it still works. Just gotta let it dry for a while. Here we go, we got the subframe back on the ground outside, painted with the brand new bushings installed. We got it thrown up into the car with some of the new adjustable rear arms on it. And we got the diff repainted and fluid changed in that. We also inspected it to make sure it wasn't complete trash. Here you can see we got the rear knuckle reinstalled and even got the drive shaft back in. So things are really moving along now. So I did a lot of work off camera, but you guys weren't really missing too much. I just went ahead and put everything on. All the arms, all the bolts. Got my hubs repainted and axles are all in. Pretty much everything on the bottom side is all buttoned up. Repainted the diff while it was out. Got everything looking nice. It's even got a drive shaft in it. Nice one-piece shaft that I bought. Solid mounts are looking good in there. Questionable welds on the rigidity plates, but hey, it'll hold. Got this nice pretty subframe under here, and I know damn well that I am never once going to clean it. If it ever gets dirty, it'll just stay dirty for the rest of the time I own the car. Got my rear tow rods right there, upper camber arms right there. Let's see, lower control arms, new bushing in every suspension joint in the rear. So this thing should drive pretty darn good. And I got my good old Harbor Freight jack stands. They've been working overtime holding this car up for like 2 or 3 months now because I have a poor work ethic, I think. So yeah, we'll get this thing on the ground today. I think that's my goal. Fortunately for me, that was not my goal. It ended up staying on the jack stands for another probably 2 or 3 weeks. But we did eventually go through. My dad helped me make a custom 3-inch exhaust for the car. We had made the downpipe and the mid pipe and stuck it up underneath the car and made hangers for it and everything. We were able to tuck it up really close to the body, so that way when we get the car lowered on the coilovers, it doesn't scrape or hit the ground at all. And as you can see here, we made a really nice, really loud, very loud, big boy noise, straight pipe. And it sounds pretty good. I don't have an audio clip for you right now, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. So I hope if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. If you thought the video sucked, then, oh well, I'm sorry I wasted your time. Anyways, have a good day and goodbye.